So let's lay the story to rest here. There's no such thing as Mr. Vice President, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, being denied access to the seat of power. There's no such thing. Okay, then let's go to our next story. You know, the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, is an exasperated chief executive as I speak. Not only has he appealed to the federal government for help, he has announced that the death toll from the recent attacks by suspected headsmen on Ukum and Logo local government areas, I hope I pronounce them correctly, has risen to 50. Now, witnessing the scene of the carnage himself on Saturday, Governor Alia not only condemned violent attacks on a defenseless people, but for greater action from security forces to nip these killings in the bud. It's time, Kayode,
I think the figure is even,
bluff.
The figure is even updated to 55, as at last night when we reported it. And I even spoke with the chief press secretary, and I'm like, what's the temperature there? What's it looking like? And it's really, really sad. As much as we have spoken endlessly about these killings, this is a call to action by security agents. This is a call to action even by, because we cannot continue to blame the people for being killed. It creates more pain when you tell them they are docile, when you tell them they are this. They have the right to be protected. That's the primary job of people in government. Protection of
lives and property.
And the welfare of the people is very key. This cannot be downplayed. This cannot be, so I see the governor, cry as very genuine. You understand? And I see a situation where this call is coming at the right time. The Plateau State governor has come out to say, we have failed you. And when he said we have failed you, he's taking responsibility as one in government. Rather than politicizing it by saying, oh, he's a PDP governor, that's why APC government is not helping him. Oh, he's a Christian, that's why a Muslim president is not helping him. This will not help us. At this time, whoever commit this crime is a criminal. Whoever commit this crime, irrespective of where you come from, you should be treated as a criminal.
Should be made to pay.
Exactly. In fact, when police use those mild words, we've neutralized bandits, we've neutralized this one. We use the word kill because the word is kill. Let them be killed. There's no need to even parade them. Let them go for them and get them killed. We know how professional our security agents are. They know these people.
They know.
If they are not settlers, as you call it, they are citizens, and if they are not citizens, they are indigenes of that area.
So the three ships I talked about, citizenship, settlership, indigeneship.
Exactly.
We have to address them.
Whatever color, whatever name, they should be killed. They should be killed. I'm sorry to use the word here, but they must restore hope to people. People must have that confidence. And I think the governor has made the right call. It should be helped.
Well, to the journalist, I hope the viewer understands. To the journalist, the badder, the more terrible the news, the more news it becomes. But each time we report a death, something in us dies.
Sure, that's true. Sure.
Talk less of when deaths are reported.
Hundreds. It's a very unfortunate thing for so many reasons. I think we have been discussing this issue for more than 10 years now. And instead of having a resolution of this conflict, it's becoming more aggravated.
Sorry, when former President Obasanjo applied the emergency rule in Plateau, when he was there, removed Governor Dariye, the debate was still there. So that thing has been a long time coming.
Sure, it's been there for a very long time. Even in Plateau State, a senator was killed. And a member of the House of Assembly, was also, I think, Senator Gyang was killed, And while they were going to bury him, they were attacked. About 50 people were also killed.
That's true.
So what is going on in Benue State You see, we really need to understand this problem, that in fact, the people of Benue State are, I don't know how to describe it, they are under siege. In 2021, the number of people in IDP camp was about 650,000.
Yeah.
In 2022, it grew up to 1.5 million. 2023, we are talking about 20 million people, 2 million people in IDP. The whole population of Benue State is 6.1 million people, you know, living in 30,000 square kilometers of land.
Yeah.
So what we are seeing here, people talk about grazing rights and all that. It's not just the only problem.
Yeah.
We know that people, there is competition, there is scrambling for limited resources because of climate change. People are looking for crossing, moving from the Sahel region, moving down to look for a way to feed their cattle. But that's just one aspect. The other aspect is that we have terrorists who don't own cattle, who are after grabbing land that does not belong to them.
There's an ambassador, Abdul Kadri. He wants to join us from Abuja.
Yeah.
Ambassador, I greet you. Good afternoon.
Yes, my dear. How are you?
We're fine. Thank you for asking. Let's go.
Yes, so I have my own suggestion for this.
Okay.
Not to come and talk about any party or president or anybody. If they can take my advice, wallahi, I tell you, it will solve and go a very long way.
Okay.
One,
yeah,
they have leaders. See, they call them middle belt leaders. Gowan is one of them. They then call these people and settle the problem. Not to say go and kill, go and destroy. No. Whom are you destroying? Is it not one country? They have leaders. Please, let them come and settle this matter once and for all. They need discussion. You papa, mama, they fight.
Well, thank you. He has nailed
he's going into what we have also talked about, the non-kinetic approach, where there must be dialogue. Let's get down to the root of the matter. And if you watch the body language of the president, the speech, he said, Governor, talking about Plateau now, enough is enough. And do something about getting to the root of this crisis.
Enough is already too much.
It's more than enough.
Yeah.
So, but the other part is why killings are going on. They cannot spare those killers. That's the point I'm making. This is not done. You can't kill an American, and the hell will not let loose.
Yeah.
They don't have a premium lives over those of us in Nigeria. That's the point I'm making, just to put it correctly, that while there is a ceasefire talk going on, the war hasn't stopped. Yeah. So what we're just saying is, it's a war they've declared on the people. It's a war they've declared on those people.
So declare war on them.
Declare war on them. So that's the kinetic approach. So the non-kinetic approach is what he has proposed, which is to say that for something to be recurring for more than 10 years or more, definitely what he's saying is in order. Yeah. There must be a talk. Let's call these leaders.
Well, you know, he mentioned General Gowon. There are many. Might I mention General T.Y. Danjuma?
Yes. So many of them from Middle Belt.
I think General Domkat Bali is still alive.
Domkat Bali.
They can do something.
Yeah.
I think Zamani Lekwot is still alive.
Zamani Lekwot from Kaduna State.
From the southern Kaduna.
These are people that are well known in the army who are but
and not to mention former military president Ibrahim Babangida
from Niger State. Yeah. Well, I think when
and General Abdul Salam.
When you are dealing with terrorism, because we delude ourselves that it's just about grazing. It's not just about grazing. I've had the privilege of interviewing people that were kidnapped, and what those kidnappers told them.
The experiences.
The consistency, the pattern of what those kidnappers said. Look, we own this land, we are going to grab it. So it goes beyond the issue of grazing. There are people who just feel that, look, what is going on in Syria? We want to take over land that does not belong to us.
Again, it begs repeating here.
It's a reality that we need to challenge.
Repeating, our citizenship laws indigenship laws and settlership laws must be defined.
Defined. The Benue State had lived with Fulani people for more than 200 years. Yeah. In my community, the Fulani have been there for over 150 years. They don't give us any problem. But there is a new movement, a new terrorist movement that believes that what they did in Afghanistan, what they did in Syria, they want to do it in Nigeria. But they don't have a sense of history. The TV people, when that 1840, they resisted. They fought, middle belt people.
All right.
So there's no way you can overrun people on their own land. It will not happen.
Gentlemen, sorry. Dakbo, a certain Dakbo is reaching us from Lagos. Dakbo, I greet you. Happy Easter to you. Are you there? I thought Dakbo was waiting to speak with us.
Yeah, maybe a network problem.
Okay, no luck. Better luck next time. Let's go.
So we need to understand the nature, the form, and character of this conflict. Because if you just want to be talking about, when you do grazing and all that, there is a movement. And that movement is not isolated from some political actors who think that, look, they are funding terrorism, they are funding their own version of their own jihad, and Nigerians must unite to resist this.
To underscore what you said, Kyle, you remember that when on 9/11, the Twin Towers in New York were brought down. It took America 10 long years to nail the linchpin. So it means they were ready for. The Yorubas have a profound saying here. Ijo tabari ibi. What does it mean?
The day you capture, what is it?
The day you are confronted, you confront evil.
Yeah,
that day that evil will be compared
sorry. We are keeping Ada Jos. Ada is reaching us from Jos. Good afternoon, Ada. Happy Easter to you. Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Hello, Ada. Calling from Jos Plateau State.
Yeah, go on.
Let's hang out.
Go on, sir.
Problems of the season. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to go about this issue of killings. So long as the communities are not empowered to be the first line of defense, the killings will continue. For how long are we going to continue this? Dialogue has not solved the problem.
Yeah.
And then why can't we? Look at the root causes. First of all, why can't we ranch cattle? Let us start from there in the first instance. Let us ranch cattle, and then embrace, ban open grazing nationwide. Why can't we have the political will to do that? Then why can't we empower the vigilantes, the hunters, and any of the...
Thank you, Sister Ada. Thank you. We understand your sentiments,
She made a very brilliant contribution, which is in line with what the DG of the DSS said recently.
Yeah.
That the communities themselves must own their own security, in a regulated manner. That's one of the most fundamental interventions I've ever seen in terms of addressing problem of security in Nigeria. The DG of DSS said, look, let communities be involved. It's their land. They are spiritually attached to it. Empower them. Don't bring foreigners to come and protect them. They can do it on their own if they are well empowered.
Time is the master on anything we do here. So let's go to our next story.